I mean, it was really a matter of turnovers. That's what turned the game, and we had so many. I mean, 23 turnovers. We had 11 in the first quarter. And, they got a 4-point play, which cut it to 13. Then we turned it over in back-to-back possessions, which I believe cut it on single digits, and then we didn't do a very good job of reading their drives. They, when we collapsed, they kicked it out. They made the right play, shot the ball extremely well.
Carl had a pretty strong first quarter, fairly quiet after that. Did they defend him differently?
No, we got to do a better job of getting him the ball. I mean, they did a good job of being physical with him, and they did a good job of making. But that's nothing you haven't seen before. He's got to get the ball. We got to get more touches. We got to get the ball going through him a lot more. That's on me.
Offensively, maybe in the second half, how much do you miss Beasley and his just ability to knock down threes?
Yeah, I mean, well, we miss all of our guys. I mean, we've been a team of we've been a deep team. We've had guys, play well throughout the roster. We miss those guys, both of them, both the offense and the defense that they've been giving us.
Second half, they kept shooting outside. They turn you over at a higher rate, or what's going on?
They're very fit. They're physical. They're very handsy. If you draw on it, if you play in a crowd, they're going to take it from you. And they, they're a great defensive team. A lot of we had a lot of turnovers that were just dumb, like just silly turnovers, just throwing the ball out of bounds off of outlet passes and stuff like that. I don't.
Chase for the 6th seed, kind of how do you view it at this point?
Yeah, I view it as I viewed it at every single point. Just going to try to win the game, win as many games as we possibly can, let the chips fall where they may.
You spoke before the game about Siakam and the strides that he's made getting back to that pre-bubble form. Tonight he kind of showed the sort of full range of what he's got. What did you see from him today?
Yeah, I mean, he's, super dynamic right now at the moment. He's pushing. He's getting to the paint early. He's making the right play. The teammates are capitalizing for him. Let's see, it was triple-double for him tonight. And he really guards at a high level, too. So he's playing, really, really good basketball. And is, big reason why they've, won 10 of 12 or whatever it is,
Coach, with Towns, I know you've talked about this, but in terms of the guard skills, there was one play where in transition he ran the length of the court, I think Euro stepped and then dunked it. When you see him do things like that at that speed for a 7-footer, just what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky, and I got to use him more.
Fair enough. All right.
Thanks.
John.
Hey, Chris, the amount of open looks that they had from three, was that just their good passing and stuff? Do you guys have to do a better job of contesting those looks? Or
Yeah, we have to do a better job of reading those drives. A lot of those were non-threatening drives, and we were sinking on way too much on them, and they were kicking out. So.
Does it feel? Did you feel like this team is in just a little bit of a funk right now? Just when you see, I don't know, the body language and stuff out there?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Things are tough right now. We got to plow through them. But we'll be. This team's bounced back well. So shake this one off again. Try to get the next one.
Jace.
Chris, what's the biggest thing D'Angelo can do better right now?
He's just got to step into his shot and make him. He's getting good open looks. Stay confident in his shot. Knock it down. It'll come.
Chris, you went with a high wall in the preseason because it lined up with your personnel so well, and it's obviously served you really well. Do you have the personnel to play other types of defense well, do you think, besides that defense?
At times. I think sometimes that's matchup driven.
Is it hard to vary off it now, knowing, what you have with that and knowing you need to win games? I mean, I know, you used it tonight, but there was a lot of other variations.
Yeah, I know, we try to vary. But I don't know. I try not to make too much of these snap judgments on what we just saw until we go back and read the tape. I don't know how much the high wall hurt us or was more just like penetration and gap help. I think that was probably, felt a little bit more like the issue there.
And it seemed like you came out with exactly the kind of energy that you wanted in the first quarter, and you were concentrating on I think you're concentrating on Siakam and Van Vliet and doing a good job of shutting them down. I mean, aside from the turnovers, it was a good start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was outstanding start, and a lot of those turnovers are real deflating plays, and they did a great job of making us pay for every single one of them.
Dane?
Chris, what have you seen from Jalen Noel as a defender in this last handful of games where you've been without Jaden and then also without Malik?
I mean, he's done a good job of picking up and trying to be bothersome with his ball pressure.